for our charting and our tables. As we continue looking at our data tools, let's look at sort and filtering. Now remembering, sort and filtering is just a fancy way of looking at the data and looking at pieces of it, looking at it in a different way, telling a different story, trending, filtering, taking a snapshot out, looking at it, and putting it back in. The sort has been expanded. That capability can now support 64 levels. Again, you have ability now, this is new folks, you can sort on font color, you can sort on cell color. You can display up to 1,000 items in that drop-down. That's pretty important, that's a lot. But again, the options have been increased for you. You can actually very easily through this new window, you can relocate, copy, and add that data and add those levels with a click of a button. Now sort is treated a little bit differently. You have two places to find that. They put a shortcut for you right on the Home tab. Right there from the Home tab, if you're looking at it with me, you actually have to go all the way over to the editing group. It's on your right-hand side, but that editing group is hiding some very powerful tools. It's also adding a shortcut for what we're going to look at later on is our auto sum. So again, powerful tools right there from the Home tab. Also, if you're looking for the more formal, larger menu of items for sorting, you're going to look on the Data tab. There's a new Sort and Filter group. It allows you to either simply alpha sort A to Z, Z to A, or if you click on that Sort button, it opens up the window of opportunity. Secondly, your second companion tool is the filtering tool. Now, this has become powerful, folks. And as you're looking at your ability to look at worksheets, huge data, pictures, this gives you a chance to zero in and find the trend. Now, if you've added a table, no doubt you've noticed that it adds these small little drop-downs. You'll see I've given you a quick snapshot of a drop-down triangle. That drop-down triangle is a filter tool. In fact, they've just turned it on for you. And if you added that table and you said, I don't want that on anymore, how do I turn that off? My quick tip of the day, go to the Data tab. In the Sort and Filter group, you should see an orange filter button. Turn it off. Click on it. That filter tab, though, don't turn it off too quickly. What a powerful tool, because if you click on one of those drop-downs in any one of those columns, it will show you all of the data located in there. It will give you a check mark. Uncheck and check to your heart's delight. You can filter and expand what you're looking at with a click of a button. The data doesn't go away, but again, it adds to your ability to look and analyze data, either by formatting or by number. Again, powerful, powerful tools. Let's go on. Let's move to the formulas and functions. And again, I have good news for you engineers on the line, or if you're looking at it. The functions, they've added in some statistical, some engineering, and more cube functionality. That was a little bit of a nit in 2003. They've expanded it. Now, for those of you playing along, click on the Formulas tab. You'll find on your Formulas tab you have a function library. It's as if they put the library sitting on your shelf and put it into your computer. It's organized nicely by category. They also have the old Insert Function button. You'll recognize this. Again, if you clicked on it, you can click and search for a function and try and find it in a variety of different ways. They make it nice and easy. Now again, reminder, you can find AutoSum here. You'll see it listed, again, the 5 most popular functions are found, like sum, average, count, min, and max. You can again find that shown on the Home tab. Now I should caution you that as you're using your functions, the good news is if you've typed them yourself, they've expanded the autofill for you as you're typing along. It allows you to follow the syntax and make sure that as you're entering in your formulas and functions that you haven't missed something in the structure or the setup of your formulas and functions. There is more nesting. There is easier access to ranges. You can now work with multi-dimensional databases. For those of you using SQL, you're going to love what they've done with this. For those of you needing to use OLAP data-bound reports, they've built more power in the warehousing and the functionality in this particular part of Excel. And again, we're in the advanced part of it, but I'm sensitive that we have all types of users using 2007. You should know that they've expanded the capabilities. You're going to love it. And again, the best news, as I mentioned earlier in our program, that if you're on your worksheet, that formula bar will grow as your function syntax grows. So you no longer have to worry about the function. Again, if it's very complicated and you have nested arguments and functions built within there, you don't have to worry about your data being hidden. It's going to actually grow with you and expand. So again, it's a nice piece to have. Whether you're a novice user, a beginning user, advanced, or you're at the top of your game for functions, I think there's something for everyone in the improvements. Now let's continue looking at our data tools. Again, data tables, your data tab here still has tools like goal seek and data tables. For those of you doing what-if scenarios, again, that tool is still here. I will tell you, for those of you using Solver, you do have to use an add-in tool to make that happen. Add-ins are found and managed under the Office button. So again, anyone loving Solver, those of you going back for your MBAs, you have to go down and install that. I'm sorry, but you do have to do that. Anybody using regression analysis, you do also have to add that in and install that analysis tool pack to your 2007 environment, okay, just as an FYI. Anybody developing in Visual Basic, you can turn that developer tab on as well in Office button. Finally, this is the mothership of enhancements. I love conditional formatting. Kid you not, is one of the top 10 enhancements they've done to improve data analysis for Excel. And what they've done, for those of you managing data, they've given a tool to users of any experience that with a click of a button they can start to analyze their tools. Some of our managers out there, this is a great tool to show your young users, some of your novice team members who you're trying to get them to do a little bit more analysis, trying to get them to own some of the data. There's no reason now they can't use this button and start to understand what they're typing. Now, that is found on the Home tab, folks. It's found on the Styles group. You can literally, with a click of a button, have Excel find cells, and you can set the rules. Show me my top 10 performers. Show me the top 10 delinquents in my database. Show me the 10 least performing clients in my sales. Show me the top 10 expense reports in my finances. So again, you have a number of options with a click of a button. You can look at cells, set the rules, look at the top, look at the bottom. Trust me when I say, if you're looking for nuggets and looking for what's working or not working in your business, it's going to be at the top or it's going to be at the bottom. Start there. Okay, that's my tip of the day. Let's move on.